And still in St. James, a man was shot dead during a reported confrontation with the police in Maroontown, Montego Bay, Sunday morning. The incident took place around 4:30. The identity of the deceased has not been released. Now, the police say an illegal Glock pistol was taken from him. The suspect was killed as the police intensify their operational activities today across St. James in search of men behind the recent violence in Tucker, St. James. Many of the suspects have fled the community. A legal standoff is looming between residents in Discovery Bay, St. Anne, over a beach in their backyards. Over 50 homeowners contend they are deprived of their right to use the beach. They warn the situation also has implications for other members of the public who may want to use the beach. More in this report from Dwayne Anderson.
A group of residents gathered at the beach, but it's not a relaxing day with their toes in the sand. It's a gathering to decide their next move to ensure they and other members of the public can have relaxing days at this beach for free in the future. The bathing spot located in Discovery Bay, St. Anne, is at the center of an ownership dispute. This gate has faced the brunt of the standoff, with different locks and signs being ripped off and replaced with regularity by the parties in disagreement.
We'll keep a lock on this gate that we can access, and if he takes the lock off, we'll put a new one on. And we'll just keep it going like that. If necessary, we'll disable the gates. Then he won't be able to stop anybody coming in, let alone us. And we informed the police officer of this.
The residents say over 50 of them own properties in the Discovery Heights housing development, and under that arrangement, they are assured of rights to access this beach. One of their members is an attorney at law. She did some digging, and her findings support their claims to the beach.
She found the beach right. Basically, it states that we have the right to enter onto the property day or night, night and day, into perpetuity, along with our family members and invitees.
So the residents are prepared to fight the matter in court if needed.
We'll just keep going until he finally gives way, which he must do. He'll have to give way in the courts if necessary, and we're happy to meet him in the courts. And we've instructed our lawyer to progress things with his lawyer, but in the meantime we wish to exercise our rights. And we will be successful, because it's written on paper. He simply covered up the rights that we have in order to try and gain the beach for his own purposes.
The residents explained that the man now claiming ownership of the beach property was one of them. They were on a mission to formalize their rights to continue using the property, but the man broke away from the group and within months claimed to have bought the property for himself.
It was our understanding that we had a covenant or restriction that allowed us to use the beach. And at that time, we didn't know anything about ownership of the land. We just knew that we had that right. So when he said he bought the land, I suggested to him that since it was intended for us to have the right, but it wasn't written down anywhere, that he just then, give us the right, write it down somewhere. And he was adamant that he would not be doing that.
Recently, there have been multiple cases of members of the public fighting with private interests for free beach access. The most prominent cases are being fought in Manchester and St. Thomas. And for these people in St. Anne, this is another case which should worry the government and other well-thinking stakeholders.
We lost 4 residents in the last 12 months who simply passed through old age, who weren't able to enjoy this beach. And their children are entitled to use the beach too. It needs sorting out.
Dwayne Anderson, TVJ News.